We've all felt it, that invisible weight that holds us down, like we've been frozen in place even when everything around us has changed. But what if I told you your brain isn't broken? It's doing exactly what it was wired to do. Trauma doesn't just leave scars. It rewires your brain's survival system. It errs on the side of danger, even when you're safe now. This story, how trauma tricks your brain into staying stuck, is not about blame or shame. It's about understanding what's really happening inside and starting to reclaim your sense of safety, clarity, and freedom. Today, I'm going to walk you through the science behind that freeze, knockdown, and drag trauma response, and offer a roadmap to help reconnect you with the parts of your brain that support growth, presence, and healing. When trauma strikes, your brain switches into survival mode. Your survival brain takes center stage while the learning brain is sidelined. This is not your brain failing you. It's doing what evolution trained it to do: keep you alive. The survival brain is alert, reactive, even if decades have passed and the danger is no longer there. In contrast, the learning brain is curious, adaptable, and present. It takes in new experiences, forms memories, inspires creativity. But when survival circuits dominate, the learning brain gets muted. Simple tasks, like focusing on a conversation, dreaming, planning, feel harder. That's how trauma convinces your brain to stay stuck, by sidelining the part of you that learns and grows. Trauma builds neural loops, rigid, repetitive, closed. The brain starts defaulting to those overlearned patterns, triggering you at the smallest sign of what once was dangerous. You're not broken. You're wired to protect, even if that protection is now unnecessary. Deep in your brain sits the amygdala, your alarm system. It's meant to alert you to danger. After trauma, it stays on, even when nothing is threatening. A tone of voice, a memory, a flash of light. It floods your body with fight, flight, or freeze. But then, your hippocampus, the librarian of your memories, gets jammed. Instead of filing events in neat chronological order, trauma fractures memories, vivid fragments, vivid flashbacks, scattered reminders. Context gets lost. You're ping-ponged between past and present, wondering how yesterday got mixed with today. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, your command center for reasoning and emotional regulation, goes quiet. It's no longer fully in control, just when you need it most. Without its calming voice, rational thought can't make sense of the alarm. So the threat feels real, even when it's not. This combo of overactive alarm, memory chaos, and muted reasoning is how trauma convinces your brain to play the old tape, even when the song needs updating. Trauma doesn't just change your thoughts, it rewires the way your neurons connect. Instead of adaptable, ever-changing networks, trauma forms fixed neural loops. Circuits that trigger reflexively, resist new input, and replay old patterns. You may feel stuck in a loop, reacting a certain way, again and again, even when nothing around you calls for it. These rigid loops keep you locked in past battles. Your brain stays rooted in survival, scanning for danger even when there's none. Current experiences often get distorted or dismissed, because the old pattern is louder than new data. But here's the reality. Those looping patterns served a purpose. They kept you alive. Now they keep you trapped. The good news? Your brain is deeply plastic. Even those rigid loops can be softened, stretched, and reshaped if given new, repeated, healing experiences. Trauma isn't just in your mind, it's in your body. Your body holds on to trauma, tight shoulders, a heavy jaw, shallow breathing, tension in your gut, even numbness. These aren't all in your head. They're physical imprints of past danger. As you navigate life, your body can pull you back into that past. Micro tensions, dips in your chest, a flash of panic in your jaw. They're cellular memories saying, alert. In neuroscience, this is part of how trauma disrupts what's called temporal binding. The way your brain weaves together sense, time, context, body. When it falls apart, the result is fragmentation. You feel unreal, disconnected, like a spectator in your own life. The body doesn't forget, but body-based healing can also guide you back home. Let's get one thing straight. These symptoms aren't evidence of failure. They're proof your brain learned well to protect you. The alarm, those rigid loops, the fragmentation of memory, they kept you safe. Feeling panic in a quiet hallway, or old shame rising out of nowhere, that's not weakness. It's your system saying, I'm still on guard. That's where compassion begins, for yourself. Understanding what your brain is doing, protecting, changes shame to clarity. So before you blame yourself, know you were wired to survive. Now you're learning to live, and that shift itself is healing. Here's the hopeful part. Neuroplasticity means your brain can rewire itself. These survival circuits can be softened, redirected, integrated into new patterns of safety and growth. It takes time, repetition, and gentle tools. Enter brain spotting, a powerful body-based approach. By focusing on a specific point in your visual field, a brain spot, you access trauma held deep in your brain's subcortical layers. You don't need to talk about details. You just stay present with your body's sensations, and healing begins. Early research suggests brain spotting can significantly reduce symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and grief, and some compare its effectiveness to EMDR. Other approaches, like EMDR, yoga, mindfulness, gentle movement, safe relationships, journaling, and breathwork, help too. They reconnect your survival brain to the learning brain, integrate body and mind, teach the amygdala to stop sounding the alarm when it's safe. Over time, new neural pathways are forged. You begin responding from the present, not the past. So that's how trauma tricks the brain into staying stuck. By hijacking your alarm system, freezing learning, scattering memory, disconnecting body from mind. But you are not broken. You're not doomed. You're deeply human, wired to survive, and now gradually learning how to live. Healing starts in small steps. A breath that reminds you you're safe. A supportive connection. A body that remembers how to soften. Therapies like brain spotting or yoga or writing, poor as they may sound, are the gentle rewiring your brain needs. You don't have to outrun your past. You just need to guide your brain toward a new pattern. Safety. One moment at a time.